What's going on, guys? It's the Ecom Boss here. So you guys already know we're about to drop some value, coming at you guys with the third episode of taking a subscriber store from $0 to $10,000 a day. No one has ever done this before on YouTube. I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna make it happen. You guys have to smash the like button. Please give this video a like. And if you like this video, maybe you'll be the next guy to take the store to. I don't know. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because we do drop so much value you can't miss. So make sure you subscribe and comment if you want to win the next free 30-minute call. So all I can say is that the store is at 1K a day, which is really cool, after just running it for 4 days or 3 days. So this is absolutely not bad at all. The last video's free 30-minute consulting call giveaway winner is Hermana. You can message me. My Instagram will be here. And all of you guys asked, so I managed to open up 2 spots for the coaching actually, because the demand was so insanely high. So if you guys are serious about it, you can message me. Instagram here again if you're really serious about it. Without further ado, let's just jump into the ads manager, go everything. There's no point really wasting any time. Let's just go into the ads manager and see how we're killing it with CBOs. Okay guys, so the game has totally changed here. There's a lot of new stuff going on. The store is currently killing it. The traffic is a little bit low now because, you know, it's the end of the day. But Eric, I guess you're pretty happy with this store?
Yeah, it's been so exciting. It's almost 3 times what it did yesterday too.
Exactly, and tomorrow you guys don't even know it. Next episode is probably gonna look like a 2.5k to 3k a day if we're not even at 5. So this video is gonna go over everything related to creative scaling, you know, testing out multiple different creatives. We're also gonna go over a couple of interests that we duplicated, increased the budget on. We're going to go over a CBO strategy, a little bit on it, and we're also going to talk a little bit about lookalikes, retargeting, a lot of Facebook ad stuff in general. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So guys, this is a store, and all the changes that we really made now is we added in a CBO. There's been a lot of stuff. These are the only ones we're running. These ones are obviously old, but anyways, the change there is that we added in a CBO, and the CBO is killing it. The average ROAS here is 4.26. The ROAS, we have a goal of putting the ROAS to at least 8 to 10 in average, which we're going to do later on, but now we actually just focus on scaling and gathering data, but it's still really profitable. You must say that for sure. So what we're up to now is I want to show you guys a little bit inside of the CBO, how we set it up, so you guys can learn how to run CBOs, because CBOs is the best way of making money for sure. And if you guys have to stay until the end in this video, drop a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment, an interesting comment, because someone is going to be the next person that gets this challenge, that I'm going to take your store from 0 to 10k. So if you guys are engaging, subscribing, watching the whole video through, and commenting, I'll probably recognize you, and maybe you'll be the next one. You never know what I can do, guys. So anyways, here's the CBO. First of all, I'm going to show you guys a couple of changes we made in here. So this was a pretty good interest. We now have a 25. This is actually the one we have at 25, but it did well. It did over 3 purchases in the first one, and every time an ad set, you know, basic $10, $5, whatever, anytime a testing ad set does over three sales, we just duplicate it and increase the budget. So that's exactly what we did with this one. This is the last ad set that we needed to 3 sales, and it's also a bit of a newer one. You see, it's just a little bit of a lower reach. So we duplicated that one into $25 a day. Not generated any sales yet, but that's all good. We're definitely gonna look at a sale once it's been around 5. That's usually when it starts to pop off. So I'll show you guys a little bit on the campaign. The ROAS has been dropping a little, which is on purpose, so don't get me wrong. We're just trying to gather some data and do a little bit different things here. So the ROAS will drop a little, but you guys can see here we got an ad set with 11 in ROAS, or we could call it a 12. That's a 12 ROAS. And this ad set right here is with expand detailed targeting on, the button YouTubers tell you to uncheck. This one is with it on. And I also launched another one to put it off, to test which one is actually performing best, which means, guys, always leave the expand interest button on. Don't listen to the YouTubers telling you not to, because you guys can clearly see that it's working. We left it on here, the ROAS is 12. We launched another one where we took it off, and the ROAS stat is only 6, which is still insanely good. This goes to show, don't listen to everything the YouTuber tells you, because the expand detailed targeting button is really good. And I'm going to show you guys what that button actually is. So you're going to edit the one that doesn't have it on, and if you go down here to the interest, you guys will see this button right here is not on. And on the other one, which is right down here, the button is actually on and the ROAS is higher. So don't listen to all the YouTubers telling you not to. So plan moving forward is creative scaling, all of that stuff. But first of all, I want to take you guys into CBO and tell you guys what I did. So what we did here was that we sorted by results, which you're going to do right now. We took this ad set, this one, this one, this one, into a CBO, and you can see now, Eric, we're actually prepared to make even a bigger CBO, but I don't think we're gonna do that right now. But we could put in the CBO with this interest that I'm showing you right now as well, because that's not even in the CBO. But what we did anyways, guys, we took our 4 best performing ad sets, which is probably not these ones because it's updated. We made this yesterday. We took our 4 best performing ad sets at that time, duplicated it just like clicking this button up here, and then we duplicated it, and each ad set in the CBO equals $50. So if you run the CBO with 1 ad set, which you don't, that's $50. If you run the CBO with 4, that's 50 times 4. It's $50 for each ad set, which means 200. So we ran 4 different ad sets in it, which means the $200 CBO, and you can clearly see it's paid off. So you may ask, why is the ROAS so low on this one compared to, for example, this one, and why does some of these have higher ROAS than the other ones? The reason some of these ad sets has way higher ROAS than the other ones is because it's the CBO. CBOs focus on one ad set. Facebook want to figure out which one is the best. So what Facebook does is it spends more money. It haven't done yet because it's not fully optimized. But usually what Facebook does in the CBOs, it spends more money on what's working, which is kind of weird to think about because it doesn't look like that here because it spend more money on the other ones than the actual best performing, but still, that's what a CBO is. So Facebook decides which ads to spend on. And you can clearly see that CBO works, and that's why this one been dipped down. Yes, it spent a lot, but still, it's a CBO. You can expect all that stuff. And that's always what happens in the CBO. So a CBO will figure out which ads to leave. So the plan going forward now, for example, be to duplicate the 2 best performing. Let's say the 3 best performing. It's like semi-finals. So first of all, this was the audition. We did all of them into CBO. And here comes the semi-finals. We're going to duplicate all of these 3 ones into a new CBO. And then it's the close to finals, which is honestly the semi-finals. But then it's the close to finals. So we're going to duplicate only these 2 into a CBO, or the best performing of the next CBO. And then we're left with the best ad set, all of them. And we know which ad set we have. That's the best ad set we have. That's how we use CBOs to figure that stuff out. Really smart. But in theory though, we're probably not going to be left with a CBO 1 ad set. We're going to add in more. That's even better. Maybe do some duplicates in the try, probably to narrow down towards the ages, not the platform and stuff that's outdated, but you could always narrow down to ages and also countries, but countries we tend to do in lookalikes. So we're going to narrow down to ages at a certain point, but we're not going to focus on that now. I feel like we're spending enough right now, and you guys can clearly see the stories already is killing it. It's slow now because Facebook already spent the whole budget almost, but this is really good.
Okay, boss, I noticed you mentioned lookalike audiences. What exactly are they? I've never really heard of them.
So a lookalike audience is a really interesting question. Obviously, guys, I'm not going to pretend like this is not staged. Of course, I told him to ask that question. This looks obvious staged, but you guys will learn that looks so staged, man. A second ago I was in the ads manager, and now I'm in a full screen answering a random question. It's so staged. But anyways, though, what's not staged is this. I took a random subscriber, and we're going to go from 0 to 10k, which we're close to. A lookalike audience is when you get 100 sales in one country, especially if you're going worldwide. You got to get 100 sales in a country, which we're closing up to at the United States as well, or maybe Italy. So what a lookalike audience is, it's an audience where you can launch different ad sets, which is 1 to 10%. And that means that if you run a 1% lookalike, you're targeting the 1% of America. You're targeting 1% America, and that's the 1% of America that's most qualified to buy. Which means if you launch a 1 to 10% lookalike, and 1% is the most qualified to buy, and then it's the 10% most qualified to buy, which lookalike do you, Eric, think is normally performing the best?
The 1%.
The 1%, exactly, because that's the closer one. That's why usually I launch lookalikes 1 to 6% to begin with, and I wait with 6 to 10. Because the 1% is usually the closer, because it's the 1% in the United States that looks most like your previous customers. So a lookalike 1% will in most cases perform better. But what we're going to do, Eric, is we're going to grab your customer email list. We're just going to grab all the customers, put them on a CVS, or what's it called? Yeah, maybe CVS. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but on that file, and then we're going to upload them to Facebook in the custom audience. Take the custom audience, put it from 1 to 5%, and that means we'll have 5 different audience, one on 1%, and on 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. That's 5%, 1 to 5%. That's 5 different audiences. And then we're going to launch 5 ad sets, 1% in the first one, 2% in the second ad set, 3% in the third ad set, and so goes on. And then we're just going to figure out which lookalikes performs the best. We usually run them at $25 to begin with. I usually run lookalikes at that to just begin with and see how it performs, and usually the 1% performs the best. So lookalikes we're going to do maybe in the next video or in the 5th episode. It's going to be hell of exciting. So let's just continue this video now. So the next thing I figured out we should talk about in this episode, guys, is retargeting. I get a million questions about retargeting daily, and how I see it is I don't even do retargeting. I'm going to tell you guys why before you even get pissed on me. If you're spending $700 on ads every single day, what is the point of spending $40 on retargeting when you're already spending that? Because retargeting will only last for 1 to 2 days. It's like an influencer ad. It won't gather you any data. Retargeting is more like you gotta get, if Eric wants to go get lunch with his uncle and he wanted to like get it for free. You could just learn retargeting campaign and you make like $300 in sales from their retargeting that day, and then it goes to pay for lunch. But the retargeting is not gonna last long term. That's why I don't do retargeting, because it's not long term. It generates money for 1 to 2 days, and then retargeting is off. So to conclude, just like we don't even do retargeting, and I don't think you watching should do it either. You know, all these weird strategies, PPE, then running lookalikes, then retargeting to start off. Don't do that when you test the product either. It's just stupid. It's just a weird strategy. So retargeting we don't even do. So guys, in a second here, I'm also going to talk about money on hold, Shopify payments on hold, Stripe on hold, PayPal holding your money. But first of all, the thing that we're going to go over now is creative scaling. I really wanted to touch on that a little bit. So what we're going to do now is that we have 2 different ad copies. We only run 2 pictures for this product, and only one of the pictures sells, which means that if we didn't test that picture to begin with, we wouldn't even make any sales. I'm sorry for the darkness here. I'm recording in the middle of the night. I don't have the best lighting, because usually the sun is what, and the daylight is what brings this camera good. So right now the quality is a little bit trash. So what we're gonna do at a certain point now, probably tomorrow, is that we're gonna duplicate our best performing ad sets into a whole new campaign. It's not gonna be a CBO. Just let's say we take our 4 best ad sets into a new normal campaign running at like $10 a day, pretty cheap, and then we're just gonna run a lot of different pictures and maybe videos. You can find any. We're gonna put like 10 different ad copies and pictures and videos under each ad set, and then we're just gonna look at the CTR and judge it to figure out which ads is the best. The ones with the best performing CTR we're gonna keep, and obviously the ones generating sales, and that's how we're gonna figure out when we duplicate 4 of our best ads into a new campaign, testing just a bunch of different creatives to figure out which one works the best. Because the picture we have right now might not be the best. It could be another picture or video that could generate like 5k a day instantly just by switching up the pictures. That's what we're gonna move into now. So that's always how we do: duplicate your best ads into a new campaign, watch the CTR, how it performs, judge it by that, but also judge it by purchase. Then bring the best ad copies back into your old campaign and go from there, because an ad copy could just change everything.
Boss, I was also wondering about our product. Is there a way that we could contact the right supplier to find the best price, and how do we go about finding a good one? There's so many ways.
We're probably not going to get a new supplier. We're going to get a cheaper price on the current supplier we have. If you go to AliExpress, I'm not going to show an example right now, but it's really simple. If you go to AliExpress and you open up the product you're actually selling, there should be a contact us page somewhere there. If you just use your eyes, it could be different places on different suppliers. But go into the product you have, scroll down a little bit, and the thing you will see is like, for example, contact us here. Then shoot them an email to the supplier, because obviously there will be customer support in Ali as well. So shoot a message to the supplier you're working with. Ask them if you can get their WhatsApp number. Always get your supplier up on WhatsApp. Obviously you could use other apps as well, but for example, try to get your supplier on WhatsApp. Then tell him how many orders you're doing a day. For example, we're doing 50 orders a day. I mean, the day's not even over, so you're probably doing like 70 orders today, and that's what we're going to tell the supplier. And then we're going to ask him, like, imagine if we were to do $200 a day just because you dropped your price $3. Like, how would that sound, supplier? And he would be like, whoa, that's really good. Okay, I'll give you guys a discount. You can buy this product cheaper. Do you guys want it to be shipped faster? We're going to talk with the supplier. I also have a guy in the US who sets up 5 to 7 day shipping, which we could do at a certain point. We're also going to ask, we're going to put this off into Shopify warehouses all over the United States, and we're also going to get in touch with supplier to get lower shipping times. And we're also going to get a discount on the price because we're already selling a lot of his products and helping his business out. So you can just scroll down on the AliExpress page and just use your eyes, and you'll probably see like a contact us page somewhere where you can get in touch with the supplier. And that's as simple as that. I don't really I don't want to spend a lot of time answering all these questions and stuff, because I don't want to overcomplicate it. This is a simple answer, short answers, but it goes over exactly what you need to do. So now go to AliExpress, use your eyes.
And boss, obviously, since the sales started rolling in, they just locked our Shopify payments, and they also locked our PayPal. What usually happens to you when that happens so quickly like this?
You got all your money on hold on both Shopify payments and PayPal? Okay, guys, so it's not really that hard, honestly. You just have to ship out your orders and show the payment processor that you do it. So the thing is, Shopify payments is powered by Stripe. I don't use Shopify payments. I only use Stripe, but I guess it's sort of the same thing. We're going to figure out in a second. What you have to do, guys, when it comes to PayPal, which is the most common problem, if you sell it, we're going to go with service first. If you're a guy designing websites for people, coaching people like I do, for example, if I were to coach one of you guys, and I do that, and one of you guys pay me the money, then sometimes it could get unlocked. So what I have to do then is to tell the customer to go into PayPal and go to activity on PayPal, click the transaction and mark it as service delivered. Then my money will get released. That's for services. When it comes to dropshipping, it is a little bit harder. So what you have to do, you have to ship out your product. AliExpress standard shipping probably won't provide a tracking code, so you could ship out an e-packet, but ship out a couple of your orders with a shipping option that provides a tracking code. Then go to the transaction on PayPal, paste in the tracking number, and your money will be released. That's probably how it works with Shopify payments as well. That's how I do it with Stripe. At a certain point, you have to come in with business documents and stuff, but that's when you make a shit ton of money. So don't worry about now. Just get tracking codes. Don't ship out all of your orders without tracking codes, because you will never get your money released. You have to use tracking codes if you want your money to get released. Go to the transaction, paste in the tracking code, money released pretty soon. So Eric, now after we ran this story, he has $3,000 profit within 5 days from scratch. This is pure new pixel, everything from scratch. He has $3,000 or something locked, which is profit. So that's gonna be awesome. We're gonna look into that later on this evening, and we're gonna update you guys obviously in the next episode and what we're gonna do about that. But that's how you release your money. It's not even really a big deal. So guys, now I'm going to talk about sort of like what we're going to go moving forward, because we have a goal of hitting 5k a day. First of all, obviously we're going to hit 10k sometime this month, pretty soon. I usually hit 7k and stuff within the first week of running a product. You can hit 10k the first week, because I don't know, but my strategy is really good at that. So we'll definitely hit a good number with a high ROAS. But first of all, our goal is to get to 5k a day, which we're going to do this week. Believe it or not, we're going to hit 5k a day this week. How are we going to do it? So when we get 100 sales in the country, we're going to run lookalikes 1 to 5%, like I described earlier. Lookalikes is definitely going to bring in some sales. To make it easy for you guys, we first of all going to run view content lookalikes, then add to carts, then initiate checkouts, and then purchase that you usually run when you have like 500 sales. No point using it before. But that's what we're going to do. Moving to lookalikes, they're definitely going to perform good, create a lot of money, and we're going to scale with CBOs to get to 5k a day. We're going to do a lot of CBOs, pick out the best ones, put them into new CBO, maybe a higher budget that I want to spend too much now because we're already killing it. But obviously we're going to spend a little more on CBOs and stuff. CBO is definitely what's going to help us to 5k, and then we're going to add in more interest to get multiple interests to work for us, and maybe consider to raise an ad from $25 a day to $50 a day. Raising an ad from $25 a day to $50 a day is not the same as from $10 to $25 a day. The pixel most likely will crash if you raise an ad set from $25 to $50 a day. You guys have probably seen it all the time. The second you go to $50 budget, the ad performs shit, like we experienced that earlier like a day ago as well. So that just means you have to wait. You can't just go from 25 to 50. You have to wait. So maybe mess with that, but I don't know yet. That's the plan moving forward. So next video is going to be heavily focused on CBO scaling, only CBOs, I think, and obviously some scaling showing where we are and stuff. And then we're also going to most likely launch the lookalikes in the next video. And you guys, there's probably no videos on YouTube on how to launch really good lookalikes. So you guys will see me live. I'm going to launch the lookalikes live for you guys in your own face. You'll see all of it. That's the plan moving forward, and that's probably going to be it for now. Okay guys, so that's going to be it for today's video. Sorry about the bad lighting. It's going to be 100 times better in the next video. I promise you guys. I also ordered a camera, which is on the way, and a new microphone. And I'm also going to move my setup upstairs to my office, because I just built an office up here. It's going to be cool. You guys will see that. I'm going to do a tour of that. It's going to be really awesome. Anyways, make sure you guys smash the like button. That's the only thing I ask in return. Please smash the like button. I want to hit 100 likes. It would mean the world to me. We're also getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So please do subscribe. You guys have to, because you can't miss out on this. This is the best dropshipping content on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. I've never seen something. I'm not talking arrogance. It's just the truth. We're doing really good. We're showing people stuff that's never been shown before. So that's gonna be it. Hope you guys stay safe in these times. Hope you guys killing it and that you're having a good day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Subscribe and goodbye.